fighting for your education. That was like NAU status. How many of y'all are excited for fighting for your education? Usually better. At least better than you bet. So, a couple things. Discussion group leaders, if you still have them, if you still have these network things, hold on to them, give them to me after this. We are almost done. I just want to give you all kind of a quick closing thing. You all were promised kind of like a rally type thing, and I'm the person that basically tells you why fighting for your education is awesome and gets you fired up about it. So, basically we need to have some strat talk real fast. Like, some real talk. This budget is about priorities, right? You've heard people say, cuts to education have to happen. You've even heard people say cuts to education should happen. This budget is a document that basically, if you put the numbers aside, is a list of what is important in the state of Arizona right now. And what we are being told in these preliminary budget numbers is that our education is not important in the state of Arizona right now, or is at least less important than other things. I don't know about you all, but I think that's unacceptable. I think that we are the future generation of this state. We are the workers in this state. We will start the families in this state. We will grow this state, right? We are Arizona's pretty much only hope for any sort of stable economy. This is going to have an incredible impact on our universities if these cuts go through. If you look at the big picture, we're going to see anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000 tuition increases for both in-state and out-of-state students. We're going to see upwards of 4,300 faculty laid off. That is half of the total staff on ASU campuses. We're going to see the consolidation or the elimination of programs at these cuts, and the total cuts could actually exceed the total cost of one or more ASU campuses. No, not academic departments, campuses. The little picture, what does this mean for you? This means larger class sizes. This means a shift away from actually being into a classroom to just being another number on a computer. This means a decrease in the availability of financial aid while costs increase. This means that advising programs will be slashed. If you're a psychology major, you'll notice that you have to wait in line for your advising program, and then you have 15 minutes to see your advisor. If they're in the middle of a sentence when that 15-minute mark hits, you are kicked out. That is what could be happening across academic departments across the university if cuts happen. Slash, you may not even have advisors at all. You're going to see fees imposed to cover costs. You're going to see the quality of education decrease. First, you're going to see fewer resources to supplement classroom material. I'm talking about study abroad opportunities. I'm talking about other opportunities to learn about the material, the extra readings, lectures that you all benefit from, the reason why you came to one of the nation's premier Research One universities. You're going to see less individual attention in the classroom because you're either A, never going to see your teacher face to face, or B, there's going to be like every class is going to be in Murdoch 101 because that's literally going to be the only classroom big enough to hold everyone. Look, this is your future right now, and I want everyone to kind of take that in. But I want you all to know that it does not have to be this way. This movement is not about the same old, same old. If you are not a freshman here, you have seen tuition battles in the past. You have seen groups of students get frustrated that their tuition is increasing, that financial aid is decreasing, and their quality of education is not improving while everyone else outcompetes us. This is not what this movement is going to be about. This is not going to be about us sitting here with our heads on our desks asking why tuition is going up thousands of dollars every year, right? This is a call to action. This meeting is a starting point. I heard you all during your discussion groups, and we take positive feedback as seriously as we take negative feedback. And one of the things that we've heard is that we didn't outreach enough. Absolutely. That's why you all are here, right? Every meeting that we have, every gathering that we have to discuss why education is important in the state of Arizona is a new starting point, and you should be empowered by this meeting. You should be empowered by the knowledge that you've taken away, even if it's a little bit boring, even if it's a little bit nerdy, nerdier than me even, right? Like, it's important that you take this knowledge away and use it to empower other students. No one at the state legislature is going to listen to you if you walk up with a sign that says, "Don't cut my education," but cannot tell them what a budget is, how tuition is set, or why you matter. If you are not registered to vote in the state of Arizona, you should be today. We have these resources available to you. Your state legislators have no reason to listen to you if you are not registered to vote here. If you have not contacted your state legislator, that is something you should be putting at the top priority, probably somewhere up in the range of where finals is set for you as far as priorities is concerned, because quite frankly, I like having good classes. I like having a university where I have resources and opportunities made available to me, where I'm not just a giant degree farm, you know, I'm not just like one little cipher in this giant degree farm. I like being a person at this university. Look, a lot of people are going to say that education is a partisan issue. People are going to blame Democrats, people are going to blame Republicans, but quite frankly, education is a nonpartisan issue, right? It's something that the entire community should be able to come together on. Education is literally the gateway for many people. My parents, for example, my parents were sons and daughters of immigrants that came over from China, and they worked in a grocery store through college, and they ascended from the poverty line to where we are today, and I'm fortunate to be born under those circumstances. That, to me, is a nonpartisan dream that we can all believe in, right? Like, that is what education's all about. Education's about you being able to work and achieve and be recognized for your own merits, regardless of where you come from. And that's the magic that education has in this state. Look, big picture for education, education's obviously important to our economy, right? Like, no company is going to come here, and no one's going to provide jobs for all those people that are unemployed if we don't have a skilled and diverse workforce. That's something only public universities can provide. And look, no one is going to bring jobs to the state. We're not going to see the innovations, right, that Arizona has been known for if we don't have strong, robust public universities. That's what this funding is all about. That's what you're fighting for, right? Like, you're fighting for those community projects that have made rural Arizona a better place to live. You're fighting for those urban projects that have made urban Arizona a better place to live. That's what you're fighting for. It's not just your tuition. And anyone that says you're selfish is wrong. You're fighting for the welfare of this state. And this, honestly, your own self-interest should be a big enough reason to be fired up about this, but if you feel like you're being a little bit selfish about this, realize that every dollar to higher education that goes invested goes towards the welfare of this state. And so you're not just fighting for yourself, you're fighting for every Arizonan out there, and you're certainly fighting for every Sun Devil out there. Look, on the small picture, this is about you. This is about starting points. This is what this meeting was all about. You learned a lot. Nikki's had a fantastic presentation about how tuition works, which is a piece of knowledge that you're going to need to arm yourself in the future, right? We learned, we collaborated in these discussion groups. We exchanged ideas that I may not have had, ideas that maybe no one in this room had but you. You have made a unique individual contribution into this room. Ideas that we are going to collect, ideas that we're going to look at, ideas that we're going to contact you about and say, this sounds fantastic. What did you envision, right? I don't want you to see this as student government or ASU ACE running this campaign on your behalf. That's the wrong way to look at this. This is you being a part of this university, joining with other organizations and students on campus, joining with concerned members of the community, joining with small businesses, and joining with people who are passionate about Arizona being restored to its best and brightest state that it once was, right? Like, that's what this is about. I don't want to leave you all without some action items. And so I wanted to give you all some opportunities. I know I've offered some pretty cool things already, but I actually wanted to offer you all some internships. I don't know if you all are okay with that. Specifically, ASA is actually offering a 12-credit government affairs internship. So if you're interested in getting some pretty solid lobbying experience and working closely with the awesome one and only David Martinez on a lot of the legislative agenda, that 12-credit internship, just see him afterwards and he'll get you the information you need. If you're not ready to make a 12-credit commitment, how many of you all are ready to go all in next semester for tuition? How many of y'all are ready to go all in right now for tuition? Thank you. I'm really excited to see this, and I actually really want to give you all credits for fighting for your education. And so we've actually managed to secure 3-credit internships, upper division credit in political science as well as Barrett Honors College. So if you are interested in getting credit, or if you have someone that is interested in fighting for their education and getting credit for doing so, then please come see me or any of the folks here after this meeting. We'll direct you to the resources that you need. Look, it's just about 7, and I promised I wouldn't keep you all over an hour. But I just want to thank you all for coming out tonight. I want to thank you all for sitting through and learning a bit about tuition, how I